All right, this is my daily update for my build and public log. I'm going to show off the essentially product that I'm building actually working. I'm almost done here. Stay tuned for the launch, but let's just jump right into it. Okay, so what the hell am I building? What is this? Just Schedule Me. It is a micro SaaS that does one thing really, really well. It creates events on your calendar from text, email, in the future, hopefully, images, hopefully PDFs in the future. Essentially, anywhere you can snap a picture with your phone. Let's say you see like an event flyer or something in real life, you take a picture and it will create an event on your calendar with everything filled out. The first version that, the MVP that I'm launching will not have all the bells and whistles. There won't be like an app or anything. It will just be on here on the page, like what you're seeing. So let's go ahead and click create an event. And there you go. There's the event. For free, you'll only be able to do one event. You'll need to pay to make multiple events at the same time. You can change all of it. You can adjust the location. Let's say it's here. You can straight up pick a new location. You could search. You could have no location. It's essentially what all calendar apps have. The idea is the AI agent. So what's powering this a micro AI agent that I made? The idea is that the AI is so kind of nailed down that you don't need to adjust things. But obviously, if something's wrong, I need to give people the option to be able to adjust and click add to your calendar. Um, yeah, it's fucking working pretty much almost there. I obviously need to do a bit more work here, especially this bit, especially the custom one. Um, that's not completely done yet. This actually downloads the file. I'm so excited. This is working. So one thing I'm going to add later is not only will you be able to like manually go in here and manually update everything. But if you're lazy like I am, like I don't want to mess with this stupid widget, you'll be able to. There'll be a chat little box here to request changes. But like, no, do this just like you do with ChatGPT or any LLM. So you don't have to go in there and like mentally try to figure out the menu and UI. You'll be able to just use text. That's essentially the product. You will be able to do this much more seamlessly later on. I want to have a Chrome extension so you could just like see text, right click and then click add to calendar. I want a good way to quickly do this for mobile. So there'll be a bunch of different various ways, but you get the idea. So that's the product. Yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm still super trying to get this done and launched by this weekend. It's Friday, so I don't have a lot of time. I need to really focus. All right, so that's it for today. Let's see if there's any questions or comments. No questions or comments. All right, on to my random story for today. I've talked a little bit about this before, but I am into self-hosting. For me, it's a hobby to have like a little server, run a bunch of stuff in Docker, maintaining that server. It's just like a fun hobby to self-host. A lot of media on there that I like to watch and enjoy from here, from the other side of the world. The server is in California. And the one issue I've had moving from California to London is whenever I try to play my media on there, it horrifically buffers. It's really slow. I don't know. It just hasn't been working. It's quite a distance. It's like what 5,000 miles. It's almost on the other side of the earth. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just the pure distance. Maybe it's just it's just a matter of too much bandwidth pushing over a congested route from the UK to the West Coast. But then I ended up doing a little experiment, sneakily streamed something through a VPN from California to the TV. And my jaw dropped because it played flawlessly. It was like 1080p. It was like pretty high def, and it fucking worked. Taking the same route from California to here, and I was like, wait a minute. So this is it's not a bandwidth problem. The internet speeds are fine on both ends. Like the problem is either the server, the software. I was like, wait a minute, something's not right. This actually does work. Why can't I play my media off the server? And so I've been doing a lot of investigation, like trying to figure out what's going on. I've been debugging it, and I realized I fucked up with my self-hosting because I am really into containerization, virtualization. So think Docker. My setup is so here's my setup. I have Proxmox running, and it's a NAS. So there's true NAS. Okay. And first, I don't know. I thought this would be nicer because you don't need to like mount things, but I decided to run Plex. Okay. Is here. But I tried Jellyfin as well. And how I did that was like this. And so what I realized the other day was I'm too many layers deep into virtualization. It's like, don't you see the problem here? I'm on the third layer. I don't have like my little server, my self-host server. It's a little kind of baby one. It's a little cube. It's not like a big tower. It doesn't have. It has a pretty decent specs. It has like hundreds of gigabytes of RAM, so it's pretty beefy. Has tons of terabytes of space. Has RAM. Has two SSDs, on the motherboard. The CPU is actually a pretty decent one. It's not like a real shit cheap one. It has power, but it does not have a GPU. It doesn't have like a big honkin' NVIDIA GPU for like transcoding, but that the chip and the hardware, the motherboard, it does have some processing for transcoding. Like it has a little, built-in GPU. It should be able to transcode and handle, you know, playing some media from one of these two. It should transcode it just fine. And so I'm like, what's going on? And I notice even at the location and house locally where I was, locally on the LAN, which has 2.5 gigabit of Ethernet, even that was not playing like really big 4K videos. And I was like, why is it choking on 4K? This is weird. Duh. Now I figured it out. You, the GPU portion, the part of the CPU that will transcode the kind of GPU part, wasn't being passed down to here. Okay, so this doesn't have all the software and ability to actually pass it through to Plex. And I think probably the same problem over here too. It's just not worth it. So I was like, holy shit, I did not realize that. So what does this mean? It means every time somebody was watching something and it was transcoding, it was pegging the CPU to like 100%. One of my fans just blew out because it had to cool it so much, and you would like physically be able to hear when someone was watching something, and it was like transcoding because it had to do it all CPU. It was not using any of the GPU portion of the chip. It was all pure CPU. And I realized that the problem was the pass through was not working. The pass through, it was not passing it through all the way this many layers. So I was like, holy shit. No wonder why the fan just broke. No wonder why it's overheating and the fan is going so much that one of the fans blew. So now this weekend, hopefully this weekend, now what I'm going to do is Get rid of this, get rid of this, and put it up a layer. And if I really, really want jellyfin, I'm going to do the same damn thing. Because Plex, I'm kind of on the fence about Plex now. I think they're going this stupid route of enshittification because they need revenue for investors and stuff like this. And Plex, Jellyfin is just open source. They don't give a shit about investors. They just want a really slick player. So I'm bringing it up a notch so it runs in Proxmox in a container, right in Proxmox. Like, stop going so many layers deep. Then I can properly pass through the hardware. There's the right software that can actually transcode with the real hardware. So tough lesson. I'm a little embarrassed that I made that mistake, but that's kind of the fun of the hobby. You know, you figure these things out as you go, and you build the server, you maintain it, and yeah. When I realized, I was like, oh God, I really fucked up. This is bad. This is killing the hardware, and the worst part is over here in London, I cannot play content. It buffers. I have to really, really, really lower the quality down to nothing, so the CPU can actually keep up. The other problem with Plex is if you've ever watched Netflix or Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, YouTube especially, if I'm sure you've noticed if you watch especially on a big TV, suddenly the quality will like degrade and it goes to shit. It's like really pixelated and like fuck man, I can't see like it looks really really shit. And then it goes back and it gets higher quality. The software sees ahead like oh the bandwidth is not pushing it out. Okay, let me reduce the quality. Let me request less data. And it gracefully throttles up and down in the quality. I'm sure you've seen this and noticed this. I notice it whenever it happens. Plex seems to lack that ability to do that. So I think that's part of the problem. I think that's a big part of the problem, just the software. I don't know, for whatever reason, it doesn't do that. The other big problem was it can't keep up with the transcoding. So I gotta sort out the transcoding piece so it can just handle that no sweat, no sweat. Because there's other stuff running on the server, and if everything's competing and the CPU's like maxed out because it has to do all the transcoding, it's not good. So step one is like move this up here. Hopefully the better transcoding passing through all the hardware correctly will work, but I don't know. I still think the problem is Plex is not made the same way. Plus, all of those streaming services do Edge. Edge. It's a CDN, so there's popular videos all around the world. So if you watch something popular, it's located like physically. There's a disk, there's a server, there's actually those transcoded videos like ready to go, really really close to you. Especially Netflix, it's pretty wild. Their infrastructure, they put their hardware where the ISP is. So there's a big ISP in London. There's a big server there with Netflix content just there to immediately dish it out. So it's really close to the user. It's Edge. It's a CDN, a global CDN network. They move files around. Oh, this is popular in South Africa. Move the files over to South Africa. So it's not pushing out across the world. So it is a problem, but using a VPN and seeing content from California here in crystal clear HD, no sweat, no problem. It was perfect the whole time. Zero buffering. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, something is more wrong here than I realized. So very interesting. I don't know if you're into self-hosting, but I love it. It's a fun little nerdy hobby. But all right, that's all I got for today. I nerded out way too much on the self-hosting. See you tomorrow.